feeling just puffy today and tired. I feel like I just didn't sleep that well. This thing is like gua sha on steroids. It just helps so much when it comes to lymphatic drainage of the face. It's the new face. I know they just came out with a new one. I have the older version, but I think it works the exact same way, to be honest. And I love it. I don't use it like super often, but I'd say at least once or twice a week. Whenever I feel like I just kind of need more, and if I have a little bit more time in the morning, then I'll do this. Because it is very time consuming, and in terms of like results, I feel like they don't necessarily last like permanently, but it is nice for if you wake up and you feel just kind of puffy. I also feel like microcurrent has actually helped a ton with brightness and acne. My current skincare morning routine could not be more simple. I use this hydrating elixir from Laurel. Laurel is a very, very clean company. It's made here in California. Not against trying medical grade stuff, but I do have to say the one brand that is so clean and I feel like it gets the exact same results is Luzerne. It is expensive. This is not an ad, by the way. I am gonna go in with their vitamin C now. It's a 15% vitamin C. A little bit of that. I've only recently started using a vitamin C again. Next, I use the Symbiome Luminary Replenishing Eye Cream. This is like a very rich, thick eye cream. And use it day and night. Whoa, that is so. And then my last step is just day cream. This is the Cream Luxe from Luzerne. This feels so good. It has like a very cooling effect when you put it on and immediately gets absorbed. It's amazing. My skin loves it. So I'll kind of just like pat it in, pat all my skincare in, and then I try to let my skin absorb my skincare first, and then I'll normally go in with my sunscreen like 15-20 minutes after. Oh, and my sunscreen is Summer Fridays Shade Drops in SPF 30. I love this sunscreen so much. It's almost out. Yeah, it's pretty much out. I have the Luzerne one as well, so I'm gonna switch. I kind of go back and forth, so I'm gonna go with that. I feel like a lot of the questions that I get on social media are in regards to building habits and actually sticking to those habits. This is also the time of the year where most people will fall off of their New Year's resolutions or like the goals that they set for New Year. The biggest struggle with sticking to your goals is having an all or nothing approach. For example, it's that you have to be so rigid and so perfect in your routine or the habits that you were trying to build that if you fall off, that means that you have failed. That means that you shouldn't continue trying. And I feel like if I've learned anything from struggling with my hormones and getting that PCOS diagnosis and all that stuff that happened, it's that you have to be fluid in your goals, or not fluid in your goals, but more fluid with your habit. Because as much as we want to be on a perfect routine, that is just so unrealistic when our bodies are constantly changing. And I think it's even more important for women to pay attention to this because what we can do in our follicular phase when it comes to our productivity and our fitness routine and our eating habits and all of that is going to be very different. At least for me, it is very different. In our luteal phase, because our bodies just went through a huge hormonal shift, and I feel like that's representative in other areas of your life. You know, if something happens in your life that stops you from being able to be in your routine, or maybe you can't exercise the same way, maybe you have to travel and you can't eat the same food, you have to be able to be fluid with it and not mentally take it so hard, because at the same time our bodies don't change as fast as we think that they do. I used to have this idea that like if I stop bodybuilding or if I stop weightlifting or whatever, everything is going to change. Like my body will overnight just lose all the muscle. I just had all these fears of what was going to happen, and I'm here to tell you that it does not happen that way. I was even recently, I'm going to start making my matcha while we chat. Hi, come here. Oh, how's your morning? Hi, Marie. Hi. I just wanted to remind you guys that even if you have quote unquote fallen off your routine, you really haven't. But maybe this could be a good time to reflect and just say, hey, for the rest of the year, I am going to function from a place of self-trust and from a place of love. And I feel like when I made that shift from trying to be so rigid and staying in my routine and having all these worries come up of God forbid I have to travel and what am I going to eat and how am I going to exercise, and then the COVID hit. One of the biggest reasons I was experiencing anxiety during COVID was because I was so worried I wasn't going to be able to work out and what was going to happen to my body. And it was such an eye-opener when nothing really happened, like nothing that would be visible to anyone else. And it just changed my entire perspective. It just made me realize that like fitness and health and your routines and your habits and all that, those are tools to help you live a better, more present, healthier life. They're not supposed to be things that stress you out. They're not supposed to be things that make you feel crappy about yourself or make you feel like a failure, because you're not. Just like sometimes things happen in life. And that's why I feel like stepping away from creating these boxes for myself of like I have to have a bodybuilding split and I have to be eating this specific way, I have to be following this specific diet, like letting go of all of that and just letting my body guide me and tell me what it needs and tell me how I need to work out, but also keeping, you know, it's a fine line of having discipline and having self-love. And obviously that's a hard thing to juggle, because there are days where I wake up and I'm like, I definitely don't want to go move today, but I know that I should move my body. If I wake up like that, I have the ability to ask myself and say, okay, you don't want to go to the gym or you don't want to go to your Pilates classes, but what about like a hot yoga class, or what about a long walk outside? It's not forcing your body to do something that it doesn't want to do, while also honoring the fact that you do need to move and you do need to eat healthy. It's a combination of working with your body versus working against your body. I think that that's the only way that you can make this kind of lifestyle sustainable. Oh my god, you guys, I have missed the smell of coffee. I'm not having it. Nick is having some coffee. I definitely like the almond milk more than the oat milk. These gloomy days are just a perfect reminder of where maybe I need to use a little bit more discipline, because the first day that it rained in LA, I didn't leave my house. I didn't move, I didn't get any steps in, I didn't go to the gym, I didn't do anything. But I didn't really want to, and there are times where I really enjoy working out and I really enjoy eating healthy, and there are times that it's a little bit harder to do, and I feel like that is just a part of life. So it is very not helpful right now that Nick and I don't have any heat. And I feel very lucky that we live in LA, but we've been using our oven as heat because it's been freezing in the apartment, and our handyman that works for the building that we live in can't come till like the 6th. But here's the setup for the matcha and coffee. We have good milk, almond milk, and then Kona premium blend coffee. This smells so good. It's so cold.
Really?
You don't think so?
Tell me.
Tell me. Did you know?
No.
I'm sitting down to look over an audition that I filmed yesterday that I couldn't look at because it was so difficult. Sometimes they're easy or more fun, and other times where I feel like I just can't get it. It's a hard one, so I decided I was gonna look over it today instead of yesterday because I was too in it. So I'm gonna look over the footage now and decide if I need to reshoot it or if I should just submit it, and I feel like I'm just gonna submit it. I'm going into it with that mindset.
I think you should submit it. I think it was really good.
But you love me, so.
And I love your acting with you did yesterday.
Taking my ass to a spin class because otherwise I know I'm not going to move today or leave the house. I mean, literally, what? This weather just makes me want to sit at home and watch movies and bake things and not leave the house, but I know that I need to do something. I don't know that they'll allow me to bring my camera into the spin class, but I will try. You guys are currently sitting in my pantry. This works really well with the light. I got a little light that I finally invested in for filming on YouTube because like today is a really gloomy day. We got nothing. So I'm kind of into it, but I got an exciting package in the mail. It's like Christmas today. We got our Thrive box, our monthly Thrive box. I'm so excited. Thrive Market is an online membership-based grocery store, and their mission is to make healthy living affordable and available for everyone. There's so many things that I do like to get at those specific specialty grocery stores, and I can find them on Thrive for cheaper. And just so you guys know, Thrive does price match, so if you find something cheaper somewhere else, they will price match you. You know you're 100% getting the best deal. I picked up some organic ground flax seeds. I've been really wanting to eat more flax seeds. They're so good for your hormones. I tried these last time actually, or the last time that we had a box. I don't think I showed you guys, but these are so good. They're coconut oil sweet potato chips, and Nick hates sweet potato, so means this is all for me. I picked up some pure vanilla just for baking. The last thing that I got was just some organic black chia seeds, just for like oatmeal bowls. And my favorite thing about Thrive is the fact that you can filter their website based on your dietary needs or lifestyle preferences. So if you have cut out refined sugar, or if you're vegan or paleo, gluten-free, whatever it is, it's so easy. Plus, the money that you do spend on a membership does come back to you through all the savings that you get through Thrive. If you want to just try it on a month-by-month basis, then it comes out to be $12 a month. But you can always sign up for an annual membership, and that comes out to be $5 a month, and it's billed at $59.95. So if you know you're consistently buying all of this stuff at like a Whole Foods or something, then it's definitely worth signing up for the year one, in my personal opinion. I love Thrive so much. They're amazing. They're eco-friendly. They give back. They're just a great company that I've been working with for almost 7 years, which is wild. I love them. Editing self here, I forgot to let you guys know that you can actually go to the first link in my description bar, or you can go directly to thrivemarket.com/Mariana Dvorska, and that will get you 30% off of your first order, plus you will get a free gift worth up to $60. So.
Pretty.
I have a PR kind of lunch today, hair care brand. It's so nice. I love them so much. They're doing a lunch. We get to meet the founder, which is so fun. And I'm running late as always, so here we go.
You should go get one. Where are you waiting? Oh, I was like, where are you waiting to? I don't even know. Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's so easy to work over here. I think it's just like a lot of brown and stuff. I actually need to apply to her. Have you met her? The dog? Yeah.
No, I've seen her all over social media.
So much small. This is a stuffed animal with a heart. Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect. I know, we were like, it's a little bit orange. This looks this is perfect.
Somewhere in the great unknown, when I return from the
Boyfriend.
will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on.
He's like, you deserve nothing but the. I was like, you're so
Take me
funny.
back where I've been.
Wow, that looks amazing. It really is. Just for you.
Things are
He was the like bougiest platable.
No, literally. I'm gonna film all of y'all filming each other.
I know,
Let's make some brown on it. It's
on
okay.
it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone.
this lighting comes in so clutch.
That's really bright though. Do you want
I know, I'm sorry,
to
dude. How do I do
You're all
it?
blown out. You just keep clicking the button.
Ooh, that's better. We're having some dessert. I am obsessed with these, you guys. These are so good. They're the Rockin' Raw Macaroon. And this is in spirulina mint. I'm obsessed. They're so good. We're sitting down to watch The Last of Us, and I just have to say, I'm a little bit disappointed in the latest episode. I was so excited. Nick has not been that into it, but I've been really into it. So we've been watching it, and the last episode really let me down. Did it let you down too?
Well, we've only watched like 15 minutes of it so far. Or like 20 minutes of it. So maybe it'll get better.
Yeah, we're gonna push through. We're gonna watch a little bit more, but as of right now...
We missed the White Lotus.
White Lotus was so good. White Lotus and Severance are, like, I cannot wait for Severance to come back. I remember the ending, like I watched it yesterday. It's like imprinted in my brain.
Agreed.
Okay.
You don't get it.
Alright, it is nighttime. I'm going to do my nighttime skincare routine. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I don't know if it's the rain, I don't know what it is, but I'm going to wash my face. I'm going to take a bath. We washed all of our sheets in the bedroom, which usually like my best night's sleep is when the sheets are washed and then just like progressively gets worse. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this really quick. I always double cleanse at night. I start off with the sea buckthorn oil from Living Libations. This is a really great oil, but I do feel like it's not for everyone, and it definitely took some time for my skin to get used to it. So if you feel like it broke you out, or maybe it wasn't for you, like it's okay. I feel like oils can be tough, so this is pretty much like the only oil-based product that I really use. Also, I don't know why I chose to do a skincare routine and show you guys my skincare routine with this thing that popped out literally like 3 days ago, and it's taken all of my self-control not to touch it, but I feel like it's finally gone down, so it's okay. So then I'll go in and remove the oil with a warm washcloth. Very, very gently. I don't do any kind of harsh like rubbing or anything, just very light, just to remove the oil, because I feel like if I just wash it off, it just doesn't come off the same way. And then my second cleanse is with L'Oreal Effortless Cleanser. This is also, I believe this is actually also an oil-based cleanser, so I guess both of my cleansers are oil-based. Feels a little bit different than the other one. It's almost kind of gel-like, and I will take my time rubbing this in. I'll usually do it for like a bare minimum 45 seconds, but sometimes even up to a couple of minutes. The next two steps are kind of a combo. I use the Hydrating Elixir, again from L'Oreal. It is so sad that I'm almost up. And then I go in with my Lucerne Hyaluronic, or they call it their Rehydrate, but it's basically hyaluronic serum. Also almost done. I'm so sad. I will repurchase, but I think it's out right now on their website. I think we all know this at this point, but in case you don't, when you put on a hyaluronic serum, you want to make sure that it's going on like damp or wet skin. You don't want to put it on dry skin just because it can be drying. I have another serum that I've just recently added into my routine. It's the Lucerne Serum Absolute WE3. And then the exact same eye cream that you saw earlier. I use very, very little this time. And then the exact same moisturizer that you saw this morning, the Cream Luxe from Lucerne. That is the last step in my routine. As you guys can see, I don't really use a ton of actives, at least not right now. I would say once a week I exfoliate, and at the moment I'm not using any retinol, so just because I just find that if I mix retinol with vitamin C, it's not a good combo. My skin cannot handle that, and personally, just at this point in time in my life, I prefer vitamin C and what it does. And I know everyone says you have to bring your skincare down like all the way to your tits, but I actually stop at my neck with all the products that I use. I definitely put a lot on my neck and my face, and I just use like a nice moisturizer on my chest, and then every once in a while I'll exfoliate in the shower as well. But I don't bring them all the way down because I go through them so fast. Maybe I'll start doing that in the future. But I just feel like at the moment I moisturize every single day, like every single night and morning. I literally use this moisturizer from Uni. Actually, let's do it right now, even though I already did it once. But yeah, that is my entire skincare routine. You guys have now seen it all, and I think I'm just gonna end the video here. It was a long one. I'm finally committing to longer vlogs. I feel like I've been saying that I'm gonna do that for so long, and then I just end up like cutting. I have so much footage and then I just end up cutting all of it because it feels boring. But you know what, I love watching long vlogs. I need to stop like convincing myself out of it. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Also, don't forget to check out Thrive. I will have the first link in the description bar for you listed. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one.